Hi everyone, and welcome to day 7 of the step-by-step florals challenge. I really hope you had fun yesterday creating those first florals and are ready to work on a little composition today. Let's get started. I'm just going to choose the file that I've been working on yesterday because I quite like what I've created and carry on from here. So now, since we have got most of the ingredients, it's really all about assembling your artwork and make it even more beautiful. So the first thing we're going to do is move our peony a little bit, so we can move it up. You can also make it a little bit bigger if you like, and then grab our leaves, and we can turn them around and attach it to our flower like this. Okay, and then we are going to create some more leaves. So now what you can do is either duplicate this, duplicate it, and then move it. So you can, for example, flip it like that, and then make it a little bit smaller maybe, so it doesn't look quite the same. And then we'll put it here, and then maybe we'll create another flower. So now let's see how we're going to do this. New layer, and I have created this peony already, so now I'm going to choose this one and make it a little bit bigger and put it here. Now it's yellow. So now I want to make this pink as well, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to alpha lock the layer like this, and then I'm going to choose pink, and then I'm filling this layer, and now it's pink, which is exactly what we want. And then we are going to duplicate it to make it a little bit more intense, and this is fine. Merge down, change to blend mode, and then let's see, we are going to, I want to have this maybe over there. Okay, and now I want to create sort of the shadows that I've created for the other one. So we're going to do the same that we've done yesterday. Select the flower and then choose a new layer, choose your soft brush, and then just paint in those shadows. Let's see, make it a bit smaller, just to paint in the edges until you're happy with it. This could almost be a little bit darker. And then what you can see as well is the overlap there. So I don't really want the overlap. This flower needs to go behind my other one. So now what I'm going to do is I can just erase the part I don't want. So to do that, I'm going to go back to my original flower. And as always, I'm creating a copy of it so I can go back if I need to. And now I'm going to choose the eraser. I'm going to use the soft brush, and then I'm just erasing the part here that I don't want. And the nice thing about using the soft brush is that it doesn't create any harsh edges. So this one's actually not too bad. You might almost leave it. So I'm just going to erase it around there. And then there's a sort of a bit more of a shadow for the flower that's above, which is actually quite cool. So I'm going to leave it like this. And we're going to do the same thing with our leaves. So we're going to choose, let's see. So the way you can tell which one's which is you just turn the layer off, and then you know, oh, that's that one. But I want to work with this one, so I'm going to select my leaves here, and then I'm going to erase the part of the leaf that's underneath the flower. So this one you might need to do in 2 steps, because remember we created those shadows, and the shadows sit on a different layer, so you might have to erase a little bit on 2 layers. So this one's cool now, and then we're choosing this one and erasing here as well. And the key here really is to just create nice soft edges. You don't want to be too harsh with it, because there's a good chance that the flower might be a little bit transparent and some of the leaves might actually show through. So now there might still be a little bit on this layer as well to erase. Yep, there we go. Okay, and then I want to add some more shadows to my flower there. I'm going to choose, oops, my soft brush, yes. Oops, no, that was not right. See, now I've forgotten to select my layer and create a mask. So I'm selecting it, create a mask, and now I can paint. Cool, and then we are going to create some little yellow highlights here as well. So we're going to create a new layer and choose yellow, and I'm just going to draw these in with my flat marker brush again. Change to blend mode. Okay, and then some little dots as well. This is actually super easy to do, so you can't really go wrong. Just paint some dots and then maybe create another layer for dots that are a bit lighter, or maybe even choose a different color, maybe something lighter yellow, becomes a bit more obvious. Maybe go a little bit easy on these, otherwise they stand out too much. But you can create some here as well. Cool. Alright, so now we have got some more erasing to do with these leaves. They're still overlapping a little bit too much, so now we are going to go back and choose this one and erase away. See, now I've done it too much, I need to be a little bit careful. Okay, and then this layer has got some leaves as well. And then this layer too. So now here I'm just going to go backwards and forwards between the layers that have colour on it until I've erased the leaf the way I want to. Let's see, this one might have a little bit more. Yes, okay. Alright, so now it's pretty cool. And then this one needs a little bit of erasing as well. So that's my other leaf. Yes. So now we're going to erase here. And we are going to erase some of this layer. Oops, that was a mistake. Choose my eraser. Okay, and then probably need to go back to this layer one more time until we have everything. Cool. Alright, so this doesn't look too bad. Now, I think we can still personalize this a little bit more. So what I want to do next is add some highlights to my leaves. And to do that, we are going to create, no, actually let's group this flower first. So we have it nice and tidy, and this one is going to be called Peony 2. Okay, and we are creating a new layer. Always remembering that any new layer that you create, you want it to be below your textures layer. So just make sure that the textures is always above the layers that you paint on. So now to create little highlights in my leaves, there's one or two ways you can do this. I would suggest that you actually create a new layer within your leaves group. So for example, for this group of leaves here, I would create a new layer here. So that way anything I draw, if I want to move it around, it'll actually move with the whole group. If I was going to paint it on top, then we might get out of sync, and you know in a second what I'm talking about. So now I'm going to create white, and I'm going to I'm going to choose my ink bleed brush, and I just want to draw in some highlights for the leaves. So now I can personalize them a little bit more, and you can see here that this ink bleed brush creates nice natural textures. So now I can just draw in some extra parts of the leaf that I like. Make it a bit nicer. And then some more here. And then here, this one has got a little highlight already, so I can maybe just extend it. All right, there you have it. A beautiful flower arrangement on your iPad. I think it looks pretty cool, and the fact that we can add our own little customizations to this arrangement makes it just a little bit more personalized and doesn't look like we're just using pre-made stamps. I definitely recommend that you go through Stephanie's beautiful workbook once more and have a close look at all the individual flowers that she has painted in there, so that you can try and mimic the same look for your own flowers. I really hope you have enjoyed this week of watercolor florals on your iPad, and I would let you know that this is only the beginning. There is so much more that we can explore here, and I'm super excited to create more videos for you. In the meantime, make sure you check out my website, which is ipadlettering.com, and it has got a lot of custom brushes, practice sheets, and also a bunch more tutorials that show you through some of the processes that I use for my lettering and my artwork. Thank you so much for watching and participating in the step-by-step florals 1 week challenge. I really hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and you managed to create some beautiful florals. Make sure you use the hashtag #ShowMeYourFlorals when you post your creations on Instagram, and I can't wait to see what you've been creating. Now, just before you go, yes, there is more. Becca, Stephanie and I have been working really hard behind the scenes to take watercolor florals to another level. If you like this challenge, you'll love what we have in store for you next.